Howdy, everybody. Doing a nighttime show this evening. Heading up to my buddy Danny's of the famed show I'm No Expert. And we're going to do a little podcasting this evening. I tell you what, it has been an interesting week. It's amazing the ways that humanity has adapted around the current set of circumstances that we find ourselves in. As far as social distancing for all the things, I love seeing how people are making a genuine effort to help take care of their neighbor. I just can't say enough about some of the little odd and end things that people have started up. For example, some friends of ours own a business that unfortunately did get their brick and mortar did get shut down. They are still doing some online sales, but they took the opportunity to set up a exchange porch on their storefront. They just put a bunch of clothespins up on their front porch, and you can pin gallon Ziploc bags up on their front porch with anything you want to give out for any age range. A lot of people are helping with kids, coloring books, activities, kids' movies, things like that. Snacks, just whatever you got to give away. And it's interesting the things that people are doing to help take care of sometimes people they don't even know. I'm really enjoying that. One of the things that was mentioned today is there's decidedly a ton of downsides to this virus. It has shuttered the economy into one of the steepest recessions ever as far as by time. There are people dying from it. There are people suffering from the effects of it, no doubt. But I tell you, one of the things that it has done that's by and large a very wonderful thing, it has brought a lot of families closer together. Sure, those families might be hurting, but I was listening to a preacher this morning, and he was saying that it's reintroducing spouses to each other. It's reintroducing kids to their parents. Sure, they might be going crazy, but they're going crazy together. They might be struggling, but they're struggling together. And I thought that was a interesting take on this whole thing. A lot of churches are finding new and interesting ways to do ministry. My church had a live stream service for 2 weeks, and then we did a live stream service that was outdoors in the parking lot, so we did a drive-in type service this Sunday morning. We're hoping, we ordered it just didn't show up in time. We're hoping to have an FM transmitter, so it will be a lot like going to the drive-ins next week, provided everything works, where you will have your car stereo playing the worship music, and you'll hear the pastor in your own vehicle, so we won't have to worry about as much moving as much sound equipment, theoretically. It's just been very interesting to me. So my wife posted something on Facebook today that I thought was pretty cool. She got a handful of outdoor activities, didn't spend a bunch of money. Things that we could do while we're home. I think she spent $20, $30 maybe on all this. I really don't know. Doesn't matter. Just things we could do outside, cheap volleyball net, things like that. Well, one of the things that she posted about in this Facebook post is that, it was nice not having to worry about running and doing and all this, that, and the other. She's working right now. I'm not. I'm on unemployment, subject to change by middle of April. But she said that she's hoping that when things get back to normal, that family time like that stays one of the things that's normal, that we leave the dead rush hustle and bustle behind. And I definitely agree with her. I think that if a lot of the families can cut one thing out of their routine that was normal a month and a half ago, and take that time and make it family time, I think that would be just an outstanding approach, or an outstanding thing to take away from coronavirus pandemic. I think that you know what the most disposable thing on your previous schedule was? Extracurricular activity for your kids if they're involved in more than one. Might be overtime at work after your finances settle, obviously. Might be your night out with the guys or gals, spreading that out a little further between. But something could definitely go, because we've had to let go of everything aside from grocery shopping right now. So I think that people have learned that there's a lot of things that they do that they don't need to do. And if you could not do some of those things, go for it. I think it would help a lot of people to have a much closer knit family circle, be more in touch, know what your kids are up to, know what your spouse is thinking, feeling, dealing with at work. It could be good for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. I hope by and large that it is. If you're one of the people that just end up either not catching it or catching a mild case of it, or even recovering from a bad case of it, I hope that this is something that in the end is a good thing for you. It definitely has the potential to be. Why not make it be? If I had the decision to be less busy than I was 4 weeks ago, I probably would take it. And other things have been changing in my family's life for a little while that are making that a distinct possibility. I'm hoping to be working less and less this year than I was last year. I'm hoping to be with my wife and kids more on the weekends. I'm hoping that I can spend a little more time with friends and doing stuff that just relaxes me even. There's nothing wrong with family, but everybody does need that circle of friends and confidants, or just people that you can cut up with that aren't necessarily family. Recently, I got together with a group of musicians, and we've been hanging out and practicing and sounding really darn good, in my humble opinion. And we've been having just a blast getting together, cutting up, making jokes, playing music that we all enjoy. It's been fun. It's been relaxing. My wife enjoys coming out when the spouses of these other musicians are around, and they've got kids and grandkids, so they're welcome along as well. So it's been kind of a win-win. The kids enjoy listening to the music. So, I guess the takeaway from this show is don't let Corona. And by the way, I was hanging out with those musicians before coronavirus hit real bad, and before all of the lockdowns were issued. Anyway, I hope that you and yours stay safe through all this. Social distancing, obviously. Don't make a trip unless it's necessary. Don't hang out with people that you don't know for sure are healthy, or that you don't know their health status for sure, due to how communicable this is. Don't take risks if you don't have to. I know Danny's healthy right now. He's doing fine. I've been in touch with him. We were talking about doing this last week. It just didn't materialize. I've been feeling fine aside from my allergies. I get this way every year. I take my allergy medication. It clears up. So, and I haven't been running a fever. So, just be safe. Realistically, in my humble opinion, a very high percentage of the U.S. population are going to end up catching this, whether they know it or not. And only the thing that we're doing is we're doing the healthcare workers and ourselves a favor by listening to the protocols being suggested right now. That's what we're doing. So y'all stay safe, make good choices, do something fun, and I hope that no matter how good or bad you're faring through all this, I hope that coronavirus shows you that there are more important things than just staying busy. You know, for me, this is hugely different. I work a minimum of 40 hours a week, and I work an hour plus away from where I live, so it's on a 40-hour week, I put in 48 hours just going to and from work and working, not counting any overtime that we get. So I put in a lot of hours, I ain't gonna lie. And then I'm busy. I've been busy a lot of the weekends, not gonna lie. I'm hoping that can change rapidly. So I hope that this brings you and your family closer together. I hope that you have deep, meaningful, fun times together, bonding moments. I've got to spend more time with my kids last week than I normally get to in a month of weekends. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, they have tested my patience more than once. The worst thing, honestly, is going to a grocery store with my kids. And it's not my kids. My kids are pretty darn well behaved 99% of the time. They might spot some overly sugary cereal or new candy bar that they haven't tried, or ice cream, dessert, popsicles, kids stuff, grown-up stuff. And point out and ask for it, and we're there for essentials or whatever. And so, no, we're not going to get that. We've got homemade cookies at the house. Or no, we're not going to get that. We've already got some. No, we're not going to get that. We don't need it. And they're pretty well behaved. The thing that always is a little stressful for me going to the store with my kids is dealing with especially last week, an overly crowded store. And tons of people in there trying to watch 4 kids, and I'm the only adult that's there, trying to make sure that all 4 kids are within just a couple feet of me while I'm pushing the cart, and I can't hold hands and make a line or whatever. That's the worst part about grocery shopping for me. I don't mind it when I got my wife with me, because I can hold a hand or two, get them in front of me. They can walk beside their mom. I can bring up the rear. However, but trying to keep an eye on all 4 kids at once in this day and age, it's a little stressful trying to make sure that everybody's in with our group. So, but my kids have been fantastic through all this. The only thing that happened is our school has been doing at-home learning, which has been driving me crazy, because they have upped the education level at a given grade level. For one, so the math that some of my kids are into, I haven't used in a while, so I'm pretty rusty at that. I'm picking it back up slowly. And my son forgot to do part of his homework, so we had to blast through some of that on a weekend day just to make sure that it all got done. But no harm, it's all done. It's just funny that he procrastinated on it, because they're mailing out a homework packet for this week so that everybody can stay caught up. So anyway, I've gone on long enough. I've enjoyed spending time with my kids. I've enjoyed spending time with my wife when she gets home from work, because most work days I do not get to see her due to conflicting sleep schedules. But y'all stay safe out there. I've gone on long enough. Stay safe. Post in the comments section the best thing that happened to you during this coronavirus time. The news is flooded with bad stories. Facebook's flooded with, unfortunately, the celebrities who have got it and who've died. Joe Diffie of country music fame got it and died today, I think. I don't know when he contracted it, but I know he died today. So I hope that y'all stay safe, enjoy your family, do something nice for somebody. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If there's anything you want to know my opinion on, put it in the comments below. I apologize for the more sporadic nature of my videos during this time. Playing Mr. Mom, I don't always get the privacy necessary to put up a video the 4 or 5 times a week I normally do on my normal schedule. I gotta take what I can get. continue trying to pump out content like normal, or at least the same amount of videos a week. Not saying it'll be like normal, but I'll continue trying to put out the same amount of videos a week. So that's all I got, folks. Y'all stay safe. Good talking to you. Don't forget to tune in to I'm No Expert. I don't know when the video will go up, but I will put a link in the description of a video at some point in time about mine and my buddy Danny's discussion that's going to be happening tonight. So, see ya.